beans and, you know, I remember one time walking in the studio, bleak beans, everybody was in there, and I was like, man, I'm telling you, man, y'all got a chance right now, just flood it, put out a lot of music, because 50 Cent is coming. And, you know, 4 months later, In the Club hit, and it was over. And it was just like, okay, now everybody got to sit on the sidelines and wait this tide to wave out.
It's a huge difference in energy internationally in 50 Cent and Jay-Z. In fact, his largest selling record sold 430-something thousand copies. My largest selling records sold 5 million. And let them be fooled in America and think there's a competition there. Because America can be purchased. You can buy it with marketing dollars. You see what I'm saying? But the rest of the world, there's not enough marketing dollars to go around. That's why I made a statement about Taylor Swift.
I wish you would come take one of my awards so I could black his eye in front of everybody.
And Jay disagreed.
I want everyone to be clear. No one's scared of 50 Cent.
Does that bother you? Does it bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me. It's just his choice. Why would you have to make that clear when no one's ever asked me if I'm afraid of Jay-Z? The public is responding to his punk presentation. It's not 50 Cent. I don't have a problem with him. Kanye would not take a trophy from me. Neither Jay-Z.
Right.
Neither one of them.
What would you have?
No, we'd have had altercation right there.
Jay-Z's been keeping secrets, but not anymore. 50 Cent is finally exposing what's really been going down behind the scenes. From cheating allegations to rumors of grooming young talent and even whispers of a mysterious contract involving Beyonce, it's messy. And guess what? Jay-Z has apparently been pulling strings all over the industry, warning his circle to steer clear of 50 Cent. But now, 50's done staying quiet. He's naming names. This beef isn't new. It goes way back to the 90s when 50 Cent first came at Jay-Z on his infamous How to Rob track, calling Jay an opposer. That diss set the tone for decades of low-key tension. Even back then, 50 saw through Jay-Z's tough image. According to 50, Jay wasn't about that action. He was more about using his power to shut people down. Jay didn't want to battle. He wanted to blacklist. When Nas and Jay-Z had their own feud, Jay allegedly tried everything to kill the buzz around Nas's album. And with 50, Jay supposedly tried to flood the industry with music before 50's release dropped. Straight up sabotage. Jay-Z's always pushed this narrative of uplifting black artists. But behind the curtain has been a whole different game. Some say he was blocking those same artists from shining. Just look at what happened with Beanie Siegel. He got iced out too, and not by accident. Jay-Z was dropping his own projects right around the same time as Beanie's, killing the momentum.
I wasn't in the ad because of Jay-Z and them was putting it together. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL had some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I with M, because like with Nori he had communication. He said, yeah, that's why I talked to the big homie. He said, so Jay, he was telling me, you know, the white boy wouldn't do the truth without fit, right? And I'm like, that's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I look and I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so you image yourself after a gay painter. Okay. Big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
So
this.
now look, what I'm saying to you is, look, when you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs, they are, right? But when you look at, M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with M, Dre, and myself.
This drama runs deep, and 50's not holding back anymore. Jay-Z really tried to keep 50 Cent off the biggest stage in the game, the Super Bowl. Yup, word is he didn't want 50 anywhere near it. But guess who stepped in? Eminem. It was only after M personally asked for 50 that he got added to the lineup. M's been solid since day one. He's always kept 50 in the loop, no matter what. Even with all his success, 50 never switched up on his people. He's always looked out for those around him.
Jay-Z's career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce, right? And you go, prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association. Like you see, the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing.
Right.
They don't rap yet, and they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just gave them.
Why are you so on top of the business side of Jay-Z? You know what I'm saying? Some people like to just be an artist.
Yeah, I was actually forced to be an artist and a businessman because when I tried to get a deal, I couldn't get a deal, so I had to create Rockefeller Records. We actually created Rockefeller Records from nothing. And, you know, so I was forced to know both sides of the business.
Tony Yayo even said 50's a rap legend, but what stands out is how down-to-earth he still is, especially with other black artists. He's the kind of guy who never let fame get to his head. But Jay-Z, that's a whole different story. Folks say he walks around like he's too important to be bothered. Sure, he's got the business game on lock, but for Jay, everything seems to be about money. Nothing personal, just dollars. 50 didn't hold back either. He straight up said Jay didn't marry Beyonce for love, he married her for the bag.
This clip, guys, if you haven't seen it, which I hadn't seen it until this morning when I saw this headline, Kim found it for me. Let's watch this clip quickly.
Crazy
Let's
that you
watch
haven't
Tyra
seen this.
pushing to get this out of Rihanna, and when it does, man, it made me feel very, very uncomfortable.
Audition. Yes. But before I met him, I was so nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
And you had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing. I sang Fun to Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
Yeah. So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, we don't sign songs here, we sign artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door.
Oh, then he said, he said it one more.
I did a lot of homework on you, Miss Lady.
He said, there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah.
And
The audience is so uncomfortable. Like, I don't know if Tyra was trying to get that on the record, but my God, what Jaguar? He threatened her. This is her own words coming out of her mouth. And she was a kid at that time, correct?
A 15-year-old girl who had been flown to the United States without parental supervision or a chaperone, brought to a grown man's office in a large corporate Manhattan building. Everybody knew when she flew in. I was there the day she got signed.
And since tying the knot, Jay's been stacking Grammys like clockwork. Now he moves like he's above it all, like nobody can touch him. But the streets are talking, and 50's pulling back the curtain. People have been whispering for years that Jay-Z and Beyonce's marriage is more business than romance, a straight-up career move. And that might explain why Jay's been caught up in so many cheating rumors. Allegedly, he even stepped out on Beyonce with Rihanna. Now here's where it gets real sketchy. Rihanna was reportedly just 16 when Jay-Z brought her into the game. She was flown into the US alone, and get this, she was told to perform by herself in Jay-Z's hotel room. The signing happened at 3 a.m. Yeah, that's raising a lot of eyebrows. Something about that doesn't sit right. But Jay-Z's questionable history doesn't stop there. Flashback to December 1999. He was wrapped up in a wild scandal where he was accused of stabbing music exec Lance Rivera at the Kit Kat Club in NYC. That incident made major headlines at the time, and it still follows him to this day. And let's not forget, Jay-Z admitted to cheating on Beyonce more than once.
Rihanna was tricked to Def Jam.
She was an innocent baby when she came over here. And look at her now.
14 going on 15 years old. Flown over without parental supervision in a private plane by a man who was supposed to be a producer who auditioned her at 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel room. Auditioning at 3 a.m. in the morning, a 14-year-old girl. She was flown to another country. She was taken to Def Jam headquarters. She was left in a conference room alone with Sean Carter for nearly 6 hours alone with no parental supervision. Her father collected a $500,000 check. She has the fastest inked deal in Def Jam history.
First back in 2007 and again in 2014. That same year, rumors swirled that he was getting too close to someone else. And then boom, that infamous elevator footage dropped. Solange was seen going off on Jay-Z after the Met Gala party, and fans knew something wasn't right. Beyoncé didn't stop Solange in that elevator because deep down, she agreed with what was going down. She stood there calm, letting it all play out, and that told fans everything they needed to know about her mindset. People in the industry weren't surprised either. For years, insiders have whispered about the real nature of Jay-Z and Beyoncé's marriage. Jay's rumored affairs with Rihanna.
A top rap star is busted.
Jay-Z turned himself in tonight, and the cops started working on his rap sheet, accusing him of a stabbing at a trendy party.
Kimberly Richardson is at Midtown South right now. Kimberly.
Well, Rosanna, just a few hours ago, police here at Midtown South arrested Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z. The rap star voluntarily turned himself in here at the precinct earlier this evening. Now, Carter is being held here in connection with that stabbing fight that erupted at the Kit Kat Club last night. But just a few moments ago, Carter's attorney had this to say.
He's not involved in this, period.
He was at the club?
That's my only comment. He wasn't involved in this.
So it was someone else that did the stabbing and the hitting?
I didn't say that. I said he was not involved in it.
Now, Slovis goes on to say that at no time was Jay-Z hiding from the police, that they were in touch with cops all day and that they're trying to resolve this as gentlemen. But as Mike Sheehan shows us, others say they've seen the dark side of Jay-Z.
I have my faults. You know, I'm not a perfect person.
Rita Ora and Rachel Roy, while being married to Beyoncé, weren't exactly a secret. And the fact that Beyoncé never took public action, just let it slide, had folks convinced their relationship was more about power and image than love. It was starting to look like a business deal all along. Now here's where things take a serious turn. In a shocking update to a high-profile lawsuit, Jay-Z is now being named in a case accusing him of assaulting a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. The alleged incident reportedly happened at an MTV Video Music Awards after-party. The original lawsuit was filed in October, but it was just refiled to officially list Jay-Z as a defendant. Jay-Z has come out strong, denying the accusations in a statement posted to Roc Nation's Instagram. He called the claims heinous and said a criminal complaint should be filed if the story is true, not a civil one. He also fired back at attorney Tony Busby, accusing him of using the case for clout and personal gain. This situation is spiraling fast, and the pressure's on. The rest of the industry, dead silent. But 50 Cent, he's got nothing to hide, so he's not scared to speak up about anyone. On a wild episode of the Flagrant podcast, 50 made a jaw-dropping claim. He said Jay-Z drugged women, and the reason the rest of the industry stays quiet, according to 50, it's because a lot of them were in on it too. But 50 didn't stop there.
And
beautiful.
When I met her that day, I knew she was a star. Like, just her look, the way she walked into a room and her confidence, and she performed in my office.
And she was, what, 17 years old at that point?
She was 16.
16, and she has the confidence of it. She's like an old soul in a sense, right?
Absolutely.
So she walks in your office, and what, she just belts out a tune?
Belts out a tune, she performs, and I tell her, there's no way out of this office. I signed her that day.
Wow.
On Big Boy TV, he took another shot, this time coming for Jay-Z's whole image. He said, "Big homie wanna look like a gay painter." That was a direct dig at how Jay's been dressing lately, clearly trying to channel the style of artist Jean-Michel Basquiat. It caught everyone off guard, but 50 doesn't hold back. If he's got something to say, he's saying it. No filters, no fear. While others tiptoe around Jay-Z's name, 50 calls it how he sees it, and he's not the only one. Jaguar Wright has been calling Jay out for years, dropping bomb after bomb about his shady past. This stuff runs deeper than people think, and 50's just getting started. Jaguar Wright worked with Jay-Z, so she's seen it up close. According to her, Jay-Z isn't just calculated, he's dangerous. She claims the industry protects him because he's just too powerful to mess with. Too many people are scared to go against him, but not 50 Cent. 50 doesn't care about your status, your fame, or who you're married to. He's not intimidated by boardrooms or billion-dollar titles. He's been in this game too long to play it safe, and finally, somebody is speaking up. While the rest of the industry keeps quiet, 50 is out here exposing everything, and behind the scenes, it's nothing like the clean-cut billionaire image Jay-Z wants the world to see. So now the question is, what does 50 Cent really know that the rest of the industry refuses to say out loud? Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell so you never miss a drop. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.